for joining me. As you pop on, just give me a little wave. Hello, let me know that you're here. And if you're watching later on the replay, let me know that as well so I can stop by and thank you for supporting me. And I really do appreciate all of you. This is a very vulnerable share. I'm sharing my story in a way that I've never done before, but I really, really think it'll bring some value to all of you. So I just want to start by asking a question. Have you ever faced a challenge that has seemed completely impossible to overcome? And I have notes. I certainly did when I entered my first bodybuilding competition. Now, for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I was a pro bodybuilder and competed actively for 3 years. But I didn't start out that way. So when I first entered, I was completely afraid, and I did not want fear to hold me back. But I'm going to share with you how I went from underdog to champion, and this remains one of my most proudest moments that I've ever had in just a simple 30-second manifestation hack that I did every night. But first, let me tell you how it all started. So, way back in the day, as this, corporate mom, I was recently engaged to my husband, so we had an engagement party. And one of the girls that I used to work with at a facility, and I hadn't seen her in like 5 years, a very good friend of mine. Before that, thank you for the love, I appreciate you too. Before that, she was like everyone, typical, little chubby mom. She was a few years older than me. And she came to the party, and I was like, oh my gosh, Jill, what the hell are you doing? You look great. And being a good friend, she looked at me and she said, what the hell have you been doing? You don't look so good. And it really hit me hard, because I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. And I know as women, a lot of us struggle with body confidence, right? But not only that, I had a new soon-to-be husband, and I didn't even feel comfortable having sex with him without being covered in the in the sheets. So I avoided mirrors, and I decided that I wanted to do something about it. Instead of hiding behind crazy hair, I had red hair, and I wore super high heels to kind of hide the fact that I was so insecure in my own skin, and just didn't have the confidence. So I asked her what she was doing, and she said she was prepping for a bodybuilding competition. And I was like, well, I want to do that too. So she was like, okay. I hired a coach to help me, to do all the things. And I was like, I know what to do. I had a 20-year career in healthcare at that point. I was already a health and nutrition, what I thought, guru. Come to find out I wasn't. But I said, I just want to work out with you. So I did that. And I did that for the next 4 months leading up to my wedding. And, we had our wedding, and I looked good, but I didn't look amazing, and I certainly was not stage ready like she was. So I decided that I had to do something about it. Again, I hired a coach, and I got a plan to get on stage. So the first part of that was I detoxed. I detoxed my body, and I detoxed my house. And I remember my daughter being so upset because all of her snacks and her mini muffins and all of the things were on the counter, and I was getting ready to pitch them all. And she was like, no. And I was like, listen, we got to do this as a household. So I did the detox. I followed the nutrition and exercise plan, and added all the premium supplements that I needed to get my body stage ready. And over the next 4 months, that's exactly what I did. And it was around my 38th birthday that I was ready for my first competition, right? So here I was, I did all of the things, and it's stage time. So I looked the part, all with, a big full tan, they roll on the tan, and I had the hair, I wore a wig, I had this purple bedazzled teeny weeny itsy bitsy bikini, and clear high heels, you know, I mean, that's what you do in a bodybuilding competition. And it's like big makeup and you're on a stage and big lights. And I got up there, and when the moment came to get judged by not only, you know, an audience with my family members and everyone in it, but a panel of strangers, I was looking around and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what the heck am I doing here? Here I am, you know, like a corporate mom, and I don't know, like, who do I think I am to get up against all of these beautiful young women that were like 20 to 25. I was definitely one of the oldest by far, and there was a good 200 of them, right? And they all looked beautiful, and I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck am I doing here? But I put on a fake smile, and I got out on stage, and I, you know, went in my little bikini and did my thing, and you know what happened? Guess. I got second to last place. Second, and pretty much it was last place because the girl who got last place was a no-show. So technically it was last place. Now, I was devastated and embarrassed because my parents were there, my husband, my daughter, everyone was there, and this was not me. Like, I did not know how failure felt. I thought I was overcoming my fear of getting on stage and being judged, you know, by my body. However, what happened was I was already defeated in my mind before I went out onto that stage. My body was ready, but my mind wasn't. But I wasn't going to let this get the best of me. So I regrouped, I met with my husband and my coach, and we decided what to do next. And I set out on a new plan to come back to the stage 6 weeks later and win. And I did the only thing I added, the rest of my plan was pretty much the same, the food and the exercise. The only thing I added was a simple 30-second routine that I did every single night before I went to bed. And I got back on that stage 6 weeks later, and guess what? This mama got first place, national champion. So I share this with all of you, not to brag, but, you know, pretty proud moment. Not to brag, and it was one of many after that, but I share this with you because when you have a clear vision for success and you lean into your fear with confidence and a plan, then manifestation magic can happen. And the most effective way to do this is with my Plan Your Success series. And that is what I was doing, that 30-second manifestation. I didn't realize it at the time, but it's actually part 4 of the Plan Your Success manifestation series that I have since created. So I wanted to come in here and share this with anyone who is struggling to get past their fears, get confident, and actually follow through and get to their stage and get their quote-unquote, you know, trophy. And if you resonate with this and you want help on how to not only manifest your success, but like how to create that vision, because when your mind's right and your body's right, that's when the manifestation success can happen. I want you to drop PYS. You can either comment PYS or you can text me PYS, and I'm going to send you the exact visualization that I used to win and that I've perfected over time. You can comment PYS or text me 561-508-8090, and I'd be happy to share this with you. But what can I say? I have been using this technique ever since, and so have the hundreds of, probably thousands of women at this point have been working through different parts of my Plan Your Success series, and they have phenomenal success as well. Part of that manifestation success that I've had is being up here in the Georgia Mountains and building a brand new house that we're getting ready to build. All of this, of course, doesn't just happen. You need to have a plan, which is why I created this series. So I hope that this was helpful for all of you, and I hope that you were inspired. So please let me know what you think and what you, if you'd like your plan, your success, manifestation, visualization, and I'd be happy to send it over to you. Much love. I hope you have a fabulous day.